My name is Alvin Taveras, and I'm your Southwest Florida Realtor. Today, we're going to be talking about your investment options, which is very important for investors to understand the pros and cons of any investor strategy. Today, we have a very special guest, someone who is very knowledgeable and definitely capable of answering some of the common questions. We have Jeff Tamarillo, who's the president of Southwest Florida REIA. That's a local real estate, the REIA in the region. And he's also the broker of Steel Bridge Realty. Jeff, to get the ball rolling, can you kind of paint the picture as to when you realized it made sense to start putting money and investing within real estate compared to other investment vehicles?
That's a tough question, actually. The number one thing you got to do is to figure out what you're there to do, most importantly. But something I do once a quarter as I kind of look at what other yields are out there, because it's all relative. You know, real estate you can get better yields, and there's other reasons to invest in real estate. You know, there's a lot more stability. Your house isn't going to go down in value 50% in 3 hours like a stock can. There's also, there's a lot of tax benefits to also owning real estate. But most importantly, you have to figure out what's available out there. If T-bills were paying 12%, I'm not sure I'd own much but T-bills. So you really have to figure out what is what within the market, and then identify your basic. I call it the 4 basic questions whenever you're investing. And that number 1 is, how much capital are you looking to employ? The number 2 is, when are you going to need this money back? At some point you're going to need it. It's part of your retirement plan. If it's not part of your retirement plan, then awesome. What's your desired rate of return? What's kind of a minimum? And you kind of got to balance that. That's why I do a quarterly look for me of what's out there. And then the last is, what's your risk tolerance? Risk tolerance is a very personal question. Some people, if they lose on a deal, they can just walk away from it and do the next deal. Some people, if they were to lose $1 on a deal, it's going to ruin their life for weeks. And then on top of that, it's an age-based question too. Swinging for the fence in your 20s as opposed to swinging for the fence in your 60s is totally different, particularly what percentage of your net worth you're swinging for the fence with as well. So when it comes to investing, there's a lot of questions you have to ask yourself.